did you wipe it off? Yes. Her voice was immediate, with a towel. And it went away? It did. She nodded like she was convincing herself. See? Nothing. And she didn't look like she believed it. She kissed my forehead and turned to leave. At the door, she paused. Lock your window, she said. I always do. Just do it. Then she went back to Emma's room. I didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't want to look in the mirror and see anything waiting for me in the steam. I stayed in bed, staring at the ceiling, until finally I fell asleep in the early hours when the house had stopped making settling noises and started making quieter ones. Noises that didn't sound like wood. Noises that sounded like breathing. The next morning, Mom acted like it didn't happen. Dad made pancakes on an electric griddle because the stove was finicky. Emma smeared syrup on her cheeks and giggled. Milo lay under the table and watched every movement like he was tracking threats. I asked Mom about the mirror. She gave me a look over Emma's head that said, not now, later. Dad noticed Milo. What's wrong with him? He asked. He's just nervous, Mom said quickly. New place. Dad grunted. He'll get over it. That afternoon, Dad went into the basement to check the water heater and look for the circuit breaker. The basement door was in the kitchen. A narrow wooden door with a simple latch like the outside. Like the house didn't want you to make a big deal about going down there. When Dad opened it, a cold draft rolled out. I was carrying a box when I heard him call out. Huh? That's weird. Mom came into the kitchen. What? Dad's voice floated up from the stairs. There's writing down here. Mom and I froze at the same time. What kind of writing? Mom asked, her voice too even. Dad chuckled. Like chalk, on the wall near the bottom step. It must have been the kids. Don't touch it, Mom said. Dad paused. Why? Mom hesitated. She didn't want to say it. Not in front of me. Not in front of the kitchen that might be listening. Just don't, she said. It's probably gross. Dad muttered something under his breath and came back up. He wiped his hands on his jeans like he'd touched something. Fudge.